My best advice for choosing classes for people is just to really take classes that you know you're going to enjoy. Because if you're taking like an AP class and something you don't like, it's not going to be worth your time and you're going to be miserable. So just take the classes that you know you're going to succeed in and you know that you're going to have a lot of fun doing.
What I would recommend is to not bite off more than you can chew, but also don't be afraid to challenge yourself.
So one piece of advice I would give a student to help select their course is something I personally had to go through. I took art in junior year, and I feel like everything stepped up one more level, and it got really hard to complete all my coursework. So taking art earlier, so when you're a freshman or a sophomore, I think is a really good idea, because then you don't have to worry about it later on when you're a junior or a senior, and the workload gets really heavy.
I think the most important thing for people trying to pick their new classes is to pick classes in subjects that they themselves are interested in and not subjects that their parents or their friends are taking or are interested in.
When picking your courses, don't be afraid to take tough classes. Don't underestimate yourself and think that you won't be able to do well in a certain class. If you want to take the class now, even if it seems very difficult, because a class might be difficult, but a lot of the time is actually worth it.
In picking your courses, choose what you find interesting, not what looks best on your transcript.
So one piece of advice I have for taking courses is if you're not sure if you want to take it or not, you should just take it, because it's easier to drop a course when the year starts than it is to sign up for a course.
One piece of advice I have for students when selecting courses next year is don't pack your schedule with too many classes. You want to have enough free time for those extracurricular activities you enjoy.
One piece of advice that I would have is that don't compare yourself to other students. Make sure you take the classes that you want to take instead of what other people are taking.
One piece of advice I would give everybody when choosing classes for next year is to talk to the people closest to you. Those would have to be your teachers, your counselors, or maybe friends who are a year older than you and have been in the classes. In my personal experience, I usually always go to my teachers since they're the ones who know your grades and know you personally, so they're the best to ask for a recommendation for classes next year.